Good evening. Welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. This is session 56 of Rogues to Riches. It is April the 26th, right? Or was it the 27th? Sorry, the 27th, 1642. Um, New moon in a couple of days, if anybody cares about that kind of stuff. You are in the city of Boston. Well, the town of Boston. It's not really a city at this time. The town of Boston. A few thousand people live there, including yourselves. Well, most of you. You've rented that house there for the month. Ariana, we'll start with you since we haven't yet introduced you to the campaign.
Yes.
You have just traveled to Boston via ship as a passenger, I assume, probably coming from Spain. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, how much stuff are you carrying? What do you have to get off the boat?
She's actually packing quite light, so she has obviously a book, she has some ration, she has her weapons, she mainly just has a pouch, like a backpack, and that's about it. She don't and just basic stuff in there, like a tinderbox. Now she's packing quite light
Okay.
because she was expecting to sort herself out when she gets over here. I do have a
Does she
horse,
have a
but
plan, or
I do have a horse, but
you
I
have a
assume that
horse?
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's about
Okay.
it.
So you'll have to wait at the docks for a little while uh,
Yep,
before the horse can be unloaded.
yep.
Because they have to move other stuff, and then they got to bring the horse out from. I'm sure they could transport horses via ships. Probably wasn't ideal, but it's not a long voyage from Spain to England anyway. So,
No, it's not.
um,
Yeah,
so
she
by
does have a little bit of a plan. Yeah.
so by the time they get your horse up there, the dock is cleared again. Um, it's evening time. Probably
Hmm.
after dinner time.
Yeah.
And yeah, the what would it be? The quartermaster of the ship then bids you good luck, and
Ah, thank
he
you.
starts walking back up the the boarding plank, whatever, back up to the boat, mumbling under his breath about now we'll finally get some good luck on this ship because women were considered to be bad luck on
Yeah.
ships.
And she's only young. She's only 18 years old. So
No problem. So there you are, kind of by yourself. You've got your horse,
yep.
um, and you see two men standing kind of at the end of the dock, basically at the where the boardwalk would be before, the town proper. And they seem to be standing there waiting. One of them is wearing a dark kind of cloak, like a long cloak. Looks like it'd be really good for um, piss poor weather, you know. In
Mm.
fact, I meant to check on the weather here. Let's see, what are we in? April? Okay. Um, since I'm dealing with you, Josh, go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
Okay. Um, 4.
4.
Yep, 4.
Okay. And then roll again.
Same D4, yeah.
Yep.
1.
So a 4 followed by a 1, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So it's actually a pretty hot and dry night.
Okay,
But
that's good.
yeah, so the one gentleman, anyway, is the taller of the two. He's got that long, dark cloak. He's got kind of a wide brimmed hat on. Um, what are those hats called? They're real popular in the time period. Like a kind of similar to like what Roach is wearing in his picture, but wider.
Okay.
Like a Puritan hat. That's the word I was thinking of.
Yeah.
That's what I call them.
And the man standing next to him um, is a smaller man, um, and he even seems to be kind of like he has poor posture. He's kind of standing hunched next to the other guy. He's wearing um, just kind of regular layman's clothes, um, and a dirty kind of cloak thrown over his shoulders as well. He's got kind of a sharp nose and a real kind of Weasley demeanor about him.
Hmm. Uh, hello, gentlemen.
I mean, he seems to be holding something too, and he's holding it very close to his chest. You see, he's kind of hunched over it. Um, looks like some kind of package.
Hmm. Uh,
The taller gentleman um, kind of raises his head, and you see now under the hat he's got kind of a long beard. It's very much white, and his hair you can see bits of white coming out from under the hat as well. He says, "Good evening, Madam Medina."
ah. Good evening. And who may you be?
Oh, I'm an old friend of your father's.
Ah.
He told me that you'd be coming to this land one day, perhaps in search of him. And it was his dying wish that I give you something on your arrival.
Oh.
Gurnet, please.
Okay.
And the Weasley man steps forward and holds out this package to you, which you now realize is some kind of a large book wrapped in cloth, or wrapped in a not cloth. What would you call it? Like a cloth. It's cloth.
Oh.
He says,
Okay.
"I would advise you not to open it in public, at least not the first time."
Oh. Okay.
Do you need accommodation or anything? Can we take you somewhere? I
Uh.
see you have your own method of transportation available.
Yeah. I don't really know the area, so I could do with a little bit of help if that is okay. To at
Yes,
least find accommodation.
I know of a local flop house of sorts that people of your kind of occupation frequent.
Ah. That is fair.
And so he starts kind of walking um, away from the boardwalk, and you see there's like a small what would you call it? Like a carriage, basically there, yeah, with a single
Hmm.
horse. Um, and the smaller Weasley man kind of climbs up into the driver's seat, and this guy says, "I will ride inside, but if you just follow us, I'll lead you there."
I will. I've just got one question before we go. Do you know where my father is buried at least? Because I know he is.
Oh, yes, he's buried in Nonsbeck. He lived there before, well, before illness took him.
Yes, I would like to pay my respects. It is because of him that I am alive, unlike the rest of my family. So
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that, my dear.
it is fine. Anyway, lead the way, and she
Mm.
gets on her horse.
Yep, and they start driving, so you just kind of follow them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very far. It's not a very big town, so it takes a few minutes, and then it pulls up in kind of in front of a house, and he climbs out of the carriage again and walks over to try to help you off of your horse if you wish. Or
Yep. Yeah. Yep. She shuts down. She'll be staying near her horse.
mm,
Like she
there's
doesn't want.
there's a stable nearby. He'll show you where it is if you wish to put your horse away somewhere where it will be taken care of.
Uh, yeah. If you could point me in the direction, I'll deal with that
It's just
myself.
around the corner over there. You'll see it, and I think they only charge a silver a day for
Okay.
full care. Well, good luck, my dear. I'm sure we will meet again.
I'm sure we will. I didn't catch your name, sir.
Oh, my name is Aravalon.
Nice to meet you.
And you. Like I said, I'm sure we will cross paths again. And he
Okay.
climbs back into his carriage, and then the Weasley man snaps the reins, and they take off.
Okay. She will go to the stables and put
Stable
her
a horse.
horse. Yeah.
Sure.
And then she will go back to the place and knock on. Is it open, or do I knock on? Do I knock on the door, or is
Uh,
it?
do, do you knock on the door?
Yeah, I'll knock on the
Okay, you
door.
knock on
Yeah.
the door. Thaddeus, Samuel, Rupert, and Roy. You guys just got back into Boston today. Um, it's after dinner time. What day of the week is it? I forgot to mention that. It's a Sunday. How about it? So there you go.
Time for prayer and meditation.
We'll say it's like 7 o'clock in the evening. Maybe no, we'll say 8 o'clock. We'll go with 8 o'clock. That sounds better. What did you say, Rupert?
Prayer and meditation
Prayer and meditation. Okay,
with an ale.
very good.
And we are meditating at the inn, at the pub.
Okay, you're at the pub meditating.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm meditating on a cold one.
okay. What about everybody else? Where's Samuel?
Samuel would be at a table probably that he'd wrap for everybody.
Okay,
And he would get something to eat and a few drinks.
okay, no problem.
Let us partake together, brothers.
Roy, where are you? Rob. Okay, we might have lost Rob. So Merrick, what about Roach?
That's a good question. Let's think. We just got back, right?
Well, you got back like in the midday, maybe early
Mm,
afternoon. You've been back for hours.
yeah, but I've been on the boat for over a day, a couple days, right?
Did you guys take a boat?
I thought we took a boat back.
Huh, maybe.
Did we take a boat or did we ride?
I think you rode.
Oh,
Mm,
yeah, it was only a couple days.
Yeah, I'd
To,
calculated the time as riding time. So
I'm gonna be at home sleeping,
okay, and that's everybody.
nursing a bottle.
Nursing a bottle. Okay. Do you hear somebody
Roy is
knocking at the? Oh, Roy's back. Where's Roy?
yeah. Roy's in the house and he's like cutting his toenails or something like that.
Okay. With a
Mundane.
a sharp dagger, trimming his toenails.
Yeah.
That's for some reason I don't know why it sounds really gross. You eat with that dagger, you know. But
That's what I was just gonna say, yeah.
okay. Well, you hear someone knocking at the door.
Mm,
So I'm the only one there besides the sleeping Thaddeus.
Well, yeah, Thaddeus is in his room.
Okay, well I'll go open the door then. Well, I'll go up to the door and say, "Who is it?"
Ariana de Medina. I was told I could find a place to stay here.
Who told you that?
Oh, shit, I just forgot his name. Shit. Ah. Why can I not? It's too hot. I know his last name, but my character doesn't. Shit.
I'll type
he
it
said
in the
his full
chat.
name,
I'll type it in the chat for you. No, he didn't.
didn't he not?
No, no, he didn't.
Oh, I just assumed he
Oh,
did.
by a man named Aravalon.
That doesn't ring any bells to him, Game
No,
Master. No, it
definitely not.
doesn't. Yeah. Why would he send you here?
He said that I would fit in. You are my type of people. I've had a long journey. I've come from Spain.
he'll crack open the door just to get a look at her, see what she looks like.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I guess she looks like her image on the screen, but anything you want to describe specifically, Josh?
Well, she is a bit more tanned than that image. I just couldn't find.
Ah, oh, we
Um,
could have photoshopped that. Oh well.
yeah, she
Oh,
is.
so she's an attractive woman. Huh?
Yeah, an
Yeah.
attractive black-haired woman. Looks
How
normal.
old is she?
Well, she's 18, but
18.
she hasn't said her age yet. So
Yeah. Uh, he kind of looks her over and goes, "Yeah, come on in."
Uh,
You want to go ahead and
I think
describe Roy for him too, just so he knows what he's, or so Ariana knows what she's looking at.
He's kind of a bushy haired, uh, 16-year-old. You know, looks young. You know, he's got his no shoes on right now because he was clipping his toenails. So he's all barefoot and just kind of a mess, basically. He brings her in, but you could tell he has this kind of gleam in his eye now as he's talking to her. It's like,
oh, thank you. And yeah, she'll just walk in if you've opened the door.
we don't have much here. I mean,
Where's he gone?
That was his phone.
let me wake up Thaddeus and let him talk to you.
Okay.
So Thaddeus, Roy knocks on your door.
What was it?
Says there's some girl here. Come check her out.
Oh, all right. I'll make my way out there. I'll have
Okay.
my shirt off, just wearing my pants and holding a battle, and I'm barefoot.
A battle? A bottle.
Bottle, holding a bottle of some kind of liquor. Having a battle with a bottle of liquor.
Hello?
Well, well, well.
And I'm Ariana.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Ariana. You can
Yeah.
call me Thaddeus.
Oh, Thaddeus, that's an unusual name.
Not a usual man.
Ah, well, I was told I could stay here for a while by a
Oh.
man. He said you were my people who are my type. I think he means the adventuring type.
I'd say I'm your type. He is drunk and not very bright.
Yeah,
Thinks he's being very witty.
Yeah, and she doesn't look very pleased, but she does try to keep that away from. She tries to look happy to you, but then just deep down she is displeased.
You should be.
And Thaddeus
Or
is
should
too
you?
dense. Thaddeus is too dense to get it anyway. So
That's very true. He is a happy man.
Well,
this is
Well,
only a 5-room house, wasn't it? Though
I don't know. I don't remember.
I think it was. Yeah, that's what we organized the rent by. But technically, all the rooms are taken.
well,
Well, who was it? Who sent you over here? Was it Evan?
No, a man
Rupert?
called no,
Samuel then?
no,
Then who the hell?
a man named Aravalon and his creepy-looking hunched servant Gernot or something. I kind of wasn't paying attention, to be honest.
I'll rack my brain. Anyone name that?
No.
What's the landlord's name even? I don't know.
Neither one of those sound like English names anyway.
No.
To be honest, I just got in from Spain, and I want tomorrow to go visit my father's grave and then keep adventuring in his name.
You came to England for that.
Yes, it was his last location before he died.
Mm. I really trying to look like I'm commiserating. I clearly don't care.
uh,
I'm just nodding.
yeah, she's been
Sweet.
around enough men and knows that you're not really
I'm not thinking all
caring
that hard
about
right
it.
now.
So, she's like, well, I can. If you don't have a room, I can sleep on the floor or
Well,
anything. I don't mind.
you're welcome to share mine. He winks.
Um, oh, that's a nice offer, but I must refuse.
Oh, must you?
Yes.
All right then.
Maybe
I
some other
turn around
time.
and I leave the room,
Okay.
taking another swig from my beer or from my bottle,
Go back to your room.
and go back to my room.
She'll just spend in like a spare corner set up, like, because she has a bedroll and stuff, so she'll just set up a little makeshift
Sure.
sleeping area on the floor.
Okay. No problem.
All her family were outdoor specialists, so she's used to the camping life.
Rob, are you back? If not, that's okay. We'll say Roy went to his room as well. So Samuel and Rupert, then you guys are down there doing your ranter thing, right? Rupert
Yes, sir.
and Sam. Are you guys like actually carousing, or are you just
What do you think,
drinking?
Rupert?
I thought I was unmuted. Yeah, I'm just having a single drink, or whatever, not getting crazy, but
Oh, okay, because you've been here a couple hours.
part of our like way of praying and shit, it was like sometimes we just sit alone and think. So
Hmm.
that's like having some quiet time with an ale, and then I guess retire back to the where are we staying? Did we
You guys
that
have that
place?
house? Yeah, you have a house.
Is it a house or just a? I thought it was a storage building.
Was it?
We just got a place to put the treasures in.
You didn't have a room?
I mean, I thought it was. I imagined it as like
Yeah,
one or
we
two
rented a
rooms.
house.
I don't know what it was.
I thought you rented a house for some reason.
Okay, a small apartment.
What did you say, Jose?
Yeah, that we rented a house.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess you ready to head back, Sammy?
Let's all get some rest, and then tomorrow we can see what awaits us.
What the Lord has in store. Third will be glorious. Head back.
Okay, so when you guys get back, there's a woman sleeping in the cat. Well, not sleeping, but maybe.
She will be practically naked, getting ready to have a nap, basically.
Where at?
Like she'll probably just be in just her like underwear, so everything up will be showing. So her boobs are out and everything. So
Well,
they'll walk in
they're
on
not
that
out.
as she's getting ready.
Are we in the
Praise
right place?
God. What the?
Excuse
Mama,
us.
what do we
Who are
have
you?
here?
Oh, sorry.
I got a big smile on my face. I tip my hat and I walk on in. Well, well, what do we have here?
I am. You should cover herself, folks. I'm Ariana. And you
Pleased
are?
to meet you. I'm Lord Rupert Alcock. The pleasure is all mine.
Oh,
Are you okay?
yeah.
You started this shit, Josh.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't realize his last name, and it just that
I
tickled me a
think
little.
Sam, not to be like
Uh,
you know, a bad host, he would introduce himself. My name is Samuel Allen. This is my friend Rupert Alcock. And he would probably have like half a bottle or something of wine. He would give it to her, and then he's just gonna go to his room.
oh, no,
Why are
no.
you in our place?
Well,
What brings you here, half clad?
oh, I was actually getting ready to sleep here, but
What, on this
I
couch? No, no, no. You can sleep up in my room in my bed if you'd like.
oh no no I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine here. It's
Who are you and why are you here?
uh Ariana de Medina. I just arrived from Spain, and a
Oh,
man named Avalon and his thing servant Gernot told me I could find a place to stay in this building, and
really? That's odd.
yeah,
I mean, it's a pleasant surprise, but strange.
yeah. He said you were all. He basically insinuated you were the adventuring type, and that I would fit in. So
Well, you definitely can fit in, but who is this guy? A
I have.
Ravalan.
I have not a clue. He was waiting for. He said he was a friend of my father's, or an acquaintance. And
Who's your father?
uh, Antonio de Medina. He died few years back, and I actually want to pay a visit to his resting place
Was anything
tomorrow.
special about him? Like, was he famous or something?
Well, he
Or
was on. He came over here because he was on the run, but as last I heard, he was with a group of people. Some of them may have dabbled in the arts, to put it
oh,
lightly.
scandalous. Well, I don't know this guy. It sounds fishy. I don't know why he would have sent you here. Maybe we got some people looking at us that we shouldn't be. You're not a spy, are you?
No, no, I did find it odd myself. I wasn't expecting to be met by anyone, and
So you just came here to Spain by yourself, a young
yes,
woman like yourself. How was that even possible?
I find my ways. Our family have survived far worse, and I wanted to do my father proud and take his place. He is dead, but I can continue his adventuring ways.
So what is it you specialize in? It's hard to tell in your current state of dress.
Oh, I specialize in out the outdoors. I am one with nature. We should use
One
this.
with nature.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're a witch?
No, no, no. More like camping and hunting animals, that kind of.
Oh, so you're like a wild girl. I like it.
Sort of.
Hey, well, those Spanish really know how to make them.
Uh, I
Anyway,
guess.
would you like something to drink?
Well, apparently I have this bottle of wine here, but I don't really drink. So,
Oh, well, let me teach you.
oh, no. There was too many alcoholics in my family. I stay away from the
If you
drink.
experienced the enlightenment of Christ, then worldly sins have no effect upon you.
I'm
Our
still,
religion teaches us to freely indulge because we're already saved.
I am still fine, thank you.
Very
Thank you
well.
anyway.
Have it your way. I've had several today. I'm gonna have to go retire soon, but the offer still stands if you'd like to sleep in a real bed.
Oh no, no, I'm fine. I feel like the guy may have put me in the middle of something. I feel a bit
Yeah,
out
I
of
don't know who
place. I
that guy
don't
was,
know.
but he sent you to. We're all ranters. I don't know if you know what that is, but we get a little bit crazy, so we like to get wild, and not everybody, most nobody agrees with the way we believe, but we don't let that stop us. We're individualists.
Well, I will.
And
I
if
will
you're
be
gonna
able.
hang with us, you're gonna have to learn to have a drink or two. That I'm telling you right now.
Maybe a sip at one point, but I can, if I can help in any way, shape, or form. I
And
can
hey, the
pay you.
pleasures of the carnal flesh are a wonderful thing.
I could pay you for letting me sleep here. It's
No, no,
perfectly
no,
fine.
no. I'll have none of that. You can stay freely as long as you like.
Oh, you are too kind, sir. I do have.
I'll keep the other beasts off of you. They can get a little rowdy. I'll protect you.
I'm sure
Remember,
you.
name's Lord Rupert Alcock. Lord
I.
Rupert Alcock. I'm at your service,
I'm sure you will protect me, sir. I really am.
or whatever you need.
He's at your
Uh,
service and in his cups.
I could actually do with some assistance in the morning, but I could do
Morning,
with some
day,
rest.
night, anytime you need.
Uh, thank you. But I'm going to get some rest now, if you don't mind.
I'm
I
going to
don't
get
think.
some rest as well, and you have wonderful sleep.
You too.
I'll see you in the morning. Ariana, it was
Yeah,
beautiful name for a
Ariana.
beautiful girl. And I stumble up the stairs or whatever to my
Yeah.
room.
Probably just down
Once
the
all
hall.
of
It's probably on one floor.
them are gone, I'm just like, what have I gotten myself into? Jesus
I'm
Christ.
down here in room 2 on the side, on the left side.
Okay. Fucking hell.
Your eyes.
This is-
Okay, go to bed. You fuck.
What the hell is these?
All right, you
Oh
guys are all
God,
in
what?
one place now. So I'm gonna put all the
I'm
images
probably the
back up.
best looking of the group, so
All right.
Uh,
Are you? Or are we gonna make this a competition?
yeah, I got the charm and the looks.
Well, I think Ariana is now the best looking.
We want to get out charisma scores here.
What is your charisma, Rupert?
Mine is 14.
Ooh, you just beat
Samuel's
me.
Samuel's is 15.
Oh,
Whoa,
mine is
Samuel,
13. My charisma.
What is yours, Ariana?
we're out of your league.
13.
Oh, Ariana's 13. So
Yeah.
Samuel's the best looking one in the bunch.
Yeah.
I'm a 12. I get enough action. That's all
But
I
I'm
need.
I'm also big and strong too, so
No, fair
I'm
enough.
Roy's a 9. He has a really good. He has a really good right hand, so it
that's
doesn't
because
matter.
he's always kicking his feet and shit.
He's a dexterous
walking
lad. What can you
walking
say?
around like a hobbit.
Picking his ears and feet and stuff,
Uh,
spouting
Okay.
out wisdom.
Um. So now you're all in the same house. I put all the images back up. Um. Okay, so you're finally alone, Ariana. It's a little after
yeah.
10 o'clock at night. Everybody has gone to their rooms. Well, that is, unless Roy wants to come back out. Sorry, Rob, I knew you were away, so I just assumed your character went to his room.
Oh, that's fine. No, I'll be in a room. I
Okay.
didn't know we had special. Each had a room or something.
I think he had rooms. I don't know. I'm going to retcon it if you don't.
Okay, I just figured they just pulled up a blanket on the floor. He's used to it.
Yeah, I was imagining a 2-room storage shed.
So, Ariana, do you look at the parcel or no?
If I am sure I am alone, because after under my breath, like wondering why the hell I'm here, and maybe I should, maybe I'll use these men. Maybe they'll be of some advantage to me.
Right.
And yeah, she'll look at the book.
Yeah. Okay. It is. Oh, geez, I don't have the description in front of me. Do you remember the description of the book, Merrick?
I do. I do. So the book
It's the Malleus Deus.
is made of a black leather that seems to suck in the light. It has gold trimmings, and in gold letters on the front it says Malleus Deus. And that's all that
Okay.
was on the cover, other than like the fittings.
Now,
It's
you've
just
heard of the Malleus Deus, of course, Ariana.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be an unholy book that had power to rend the world. And you know that when the Library of Alexandria was burned, it was burned to destroy this book, but apparently it survived. Any, basically, any real church would hang you on sight just for having the book.
Hmm. Okay. Holy shit. And this. I want to know what this guy is. He just handed me this. What did my father get himself into?
And
I'm not complaining, but
either Merrick or Nigel has the spell list. They can send you what's in it.
Yeah, I have it.
Do you have read magic prepared?
we can say yes because I didn't actually write the list of my prepared spells, so we can say read magic.
Okay.
Is
There's a lot of spells in there anyway.
Where is it at? Here we go.
because she would have had spells prepared, but I just didn't. When we rolled them, I forgot to actually state which ones I had.
Fair enough. We'll just say you have it.
All right.
I just sent a PDF of the Malice if anybody wants it.
Yeah, I will.
I want it too. I'm going to
Zoom
take it
check.
for later.
I will download that and put it in the right folder
Okay.
if I can find it.
I don't even know how many spells are in there. There's a
Found it.
fucking shitload though.
Yeah, there are. I am going to pass it up right now. It's just a note sheet.
Oh, I think Mark already sent a PDF of it.
Yeah, I just put a PDF in the Zoom.
Is it of the actual book or the book that we had?
The Malice Deus that you gave me with
Oh, okay.
added stuff, I guess. You can look at it and see if it's
Yeah.
correct.
Let's take a look.
Holy shit, there's a lot of shit in here.
Right? I'm telling you.
Holy shit, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that looks good. That's it. Yeah, that's why I said I had 2 columns for my first level spells because there were so many that were in the book, and second level spells
Yeah.
too. But yeah,
Yeah, they don't fit on those spell sheet things.
right.
Okay.
Now
But
you
yeah.
get to carry the precious.
So I imagine you sit up kind of looking at that probably for an hour or two, looking through all
Yeah,
the
I
different
will.
spells that are in it.
Yeah, I'll get my head around it and still be wondering how how it's linked to my father and stuff, but she isn't complaining.
A lot of it is written in Latin. I believe there are extensive bits added though in Italian. Is that right, Merrick? Antonio would have written in Italian or no?
Yes, his spells are in like a Italian. What looks like Italian, but it's in code, like they all are.
Yeah, she
Standard,
speaks Italian. So.
arcane. Well, that helps. Yeah, and arcane formulas, you can figure it out. That kind of stuff, being a mage, which is a whole read magic.
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
I was just saying what language.
But yeah,
like obviously
it is in Italian.
it's written in a couple of different hands. So
Yeah.
Do you speak English, Ariana?
Yes, she does. Not very well, obviously, but well, actually, no, she does speak it very well, which is why I'm speaking more English with her than with the other characters.
This is a new character. I need to get my language rolls going again.
everybody does. Oh, it's fucking freezing outside. I'm gonna download that too because I want it. Yeah,
Yeah.
there. Ooh.
But yeah, she'll just be reading that and getting her head around it, and then she will put it back and keep it close to herself.
Wrap it up with the cloth again.
Yeah. Probably put it in her backpack that she keeps close to her anyway, so
Got that
probably
somewhere in it.
she'll probably have it wrapped around so she'll sleep like hugging it.
Okay.
So she'd wake up if someone tried to take her bag, basically.
Mm-hmm. What is her constitution?
Con is why do I have apparently I have 9 in con. I thought it was higher than that, but I have 9 in con.
Okay. What about everybody else? What are your cons? Rupert?
My con is 16.
Okay. You wake up fresh as a daisy pretty much in the morning.
Yep.
What about Roy, Thaddeus, Samuel?
Well, Thaddeus snores a little bit. and he can be insensitive to others' needs at times. Oh, con 15.
Okay. 15, you said?
Hmm.
Okay. You wake up pretty early too.
Excellent.
Roy, Sam?
15.
Yeah, Sam wakes up nice and early too. Ariana probably sleeping in later than you three.
Well, she did have a very long, well, not a long
Yeah,
boat ride.
it was long
As it
enough.
is,
Long enough from Spain.
the Lord has blessed us with another day. We
Indeed.
All right.
walk out into the living room where the woman is, and it's like and a beautiful sight in the morning.
Yeah,
Yep,
she's like
it
sleeping
is.
on the floor, she's like cuddling her backpack almost.
Yeah, you might get a glimmer of a tit if you look it close
Oh,
enough.
Jesus.
I,
Come on,
I've
man.
gotta
I'll
keep
come
Oh,
out
there you go.
barefoot and panted, scratching my hairy belly. See you lying there and
who
look for a
let the,
blanket. Do you have a blanket?
She does have a
she
blanket, right?
she'll have a short one around her, but
No,
it's
I'll
probably
go back to my
moved
room
down.
and I'll grab a blanket and walk out and like throw it over her
Throw a proper
completely,
blanket over.
just like thwomp,
Okay.
and
who
then go
brought
look
this
for
love-
scrounging some food. Just like
lovely
completely over her.
creature in the house?
So it's just a mound of cloth on the floor now.
Nice, nice.
And then
Yes.
I'll go walk into the kitchen
Okay.
She would thank you for that if she was
if you're
awake.
awake.
10.
Which one of you all let this woman in the house?
I've been working on the philosophy of Thaddeus. It's fun. Okay, I let her in. She said the Ravelon Center, so whatever.
Yeah, who the
She's
hell's
just
that?
Oh,
Do
I
any,
thought you knew him. I don't know.
I don't know him. Do any of y'all know him?
Heard of them.
Nope.
Just be happy she didn't kill any of us while we
Yeah.
slept.
Well, the slip of a girl like that ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah,
And I'll
paranoia.
start chewing into some jerky.
There's
Are
a
you guys hungry?
good-looking woman in the house, and she's exotic. She's from Spain. A little bit witchy, I think. I kind of like that.
Don't get yourself turned into a frog now.
Yeah, I don't want to do that now. But this guy that's center, he sounds like a weird character. I think we should be on the lookout. Somebody might be on to our shenanigans. If nobody knows
Hopefully
the
not.
Ravelon fella, he told her to come here and that we would be her type of adventuring people or some shit.
All I heard about us.
So, Ariana, you probably wake up hearing them all talking. Not very far away from you, really.
Yeah, I'm standing there in the room.
She'll get out of the blanket that is covering her face.
Are you making like sudden move or are you waking up slowly?
She'll wake up slowly because of the
I was
voice.
gonna say if you make like a sudden move, he probably pull a pistol on you.
Now, good morning, sunshine.
Morning.
You need some breakfast? I hand her a bottle of whiskey.
Oh, I'm fine. I have my own
Oh, I forgot.
source of food for now, anyway.
Well, we don't have any food here, so I guess it's to the inn.
Yeah, she'll as soon as she's like got up, she'll obviously change back into her clothes. So.
Yeah, please come with us and have breakfast.
Uh,
We'll all go together like a big family.
yes, actually, an actual breakfast might be
While they're
nice.
talking, Sam will go to wake up the rest of them so that way they can go get breakfast and whatnot.
I'll go back to my room and get dressed.
Uh,
So
as
you
I
wake up
said,
Roy. You're waking up Roy.
Yeah, he would knock at your door and be
Oh,
we're
he
going
wasn't.
out to eat.
Do we all have separate bedrooms or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
except
He's
for
not
me.
used to
but,
that. Okay, you come into his bedroom and he's not in the bed. He's laying on the floor sleeping.
Poor kid. He would probably just go and tap him in the shoulder and be like, "Hey, buddy, we're going out to eat. You want to come with, or do you want to keep sleeping?"
Oh, yeah, I'll go.
All right. And don't forget next time you have a bed there. You don't need to sleep in the floor.
I don't know. It's kind of more comfortable on my back. The bed's kind of too soft.
You know what they say? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And he'll walk out and close the door.
Did you meet everyone, Ariana?
I don't think I caught everyone's names. You're Rupert and he's Thaddeus. I don't think I caught.
Samuel and the boy Roy is coming out in a minute.
Ah,
I don't know if you saw him or not.
I briefly, yes. He
Well,
was the one who led me in.
oh, and then where's I don't know where Evan got off to. He's our fifth guy. Just a bunch
Ah,
of raunchy men running around doing the Lord's work.
ah.
I
Well, it
think
must be fun.
Evan. I think Evan said something about he found another whorehouse on the other side of town. He's going to try.
He didn't tell me about it.
I don't know. I thought he mentioned something like that when he left, but I'm not sure.
Well, I do need to do some carousing sometime. You are
Uh,
welcome to join me.
I am fine. If that was an invitation to me, but
Well, to anybody, but the boys know what I'm talking about. It's kind of a thing we do.
Praise the Lord.
yes.
Praise the Lord.
Oh, we're
And
having a drink, are we?
well, I don't know. Is it time
Mm,
to
it's a bit early in the day.
get lost in the rapture of the carouse?
Well, Rupert, I do have a favor to ask. You did say you would.
Sure. Oh
Um,
yeah.
the guy told me where my father's resting place was. A little village called Nonsbeck. I think he
Oh,
said
yeah.
it wasn't
We've
far.
been to
Oh,
the shithole.
that is a shithole.
That's where your father's buried. I'm
Horrible place.
Yes.
sorry to hear that. We know where it is.
You all don't need to come. I just want, just at least to show me the way, just
Hey, we'll take
or
it.
accompany me.
I mean, it did have an inn. They served us
Mm,
up.
that's true.
It's only a couple hours away, ain't it?
Yeah, it's not far.
We'll take you. It'll be a. I mean, I enjoyed the ride there. It's just the place sucked. We didn't stay very long.
Had a good time that night, though.
Hey, we made a lot of money in that town, actually. So yeah,
Ah, well, thank you. Well, we should go
dangerous
get.
man. You would want some escorts, and me and the boys are pretty handy with the pistol and the sword.
I bet you are.
I'm gonna go over to the fire pit or whatever we have and yank out a piece of coal and walk over to Evan's door and just just right on there. Went to the shithole.
And there's a knock on your door.
How long does that take you to write that out?
Took me about 2 minutes.
Who wants to get the door?
I'm still scratching away.
I'll go out, but I'm going out with my rifle.
Okay. You carrying a
Yeah, you
rifle
want
to
to
the
head
door?
out now?
You never know. We get into quite some trouble, so
Your arquebus, that is. Right?
You want to head to Nunspec today?
So you open the door, Samuel? Do you?
yes, I do.
Okay. So you open the door, and there's a man standing there in kind of dark clothes. He's got a like a cloak that goes maybe just down just about his ass, maybe. It's clasped at the front with a kind of a silver clasp. Um, has some kind of a like a some kind of Celtic design on it, looks like, or something. He's also got a wide brimmed hat. Um, he has dark hair and a dark kind of goatee. Well kept. Um, his clothes look valuable. He says, "Yes, I was told that I could find an adventuring party here that may be for hire."
For God's sake.
Okay, excuse me 1 second. He'll lay the rifle down And please do come in. My name's Samuel. Nice to meet you. And he'll give him his hand.
He'll reach out to shake with a gloved hand.
Another visitor.
Please come in.
My name is Thomas
And
Kember. I am from Frampton.
yeah, he'll close the door, have him come in, and he'll tell everybody, hey guys, gather around real quick.
What, another visitor?
I was
Work.
told that you may be for hire.
How does everybody know where we're at?
I
For
don't know. You're an adventuring party, aren't you?
I wasn't really at response or talking to you, sir. But what is this job you're talking about? We'll hear you out.
There's a bit of a ruckus going on in my village right now. A farmer by the name of Giles, Giles or Giles? Giles, yeah. Giles Garrett. Uh, well, his his shed caught fire overnight, and he lost most of his cows, all but one, which he says fled off into the marshes. He is trying to get a justice of peace to raise a posse and arrest the offending calf, which he says started the fire that killed its own family members. I think that this is no ordinary calf. If the thing can willfully destroy a building, murdering other cows, and using a method involving fire as well, it sounds to me like a legendary gorgon.
What?
I would pay a handsome reward for the capture of such a creature.
This man wasn't intoxicated. A cow set fire.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he
Freezing.
says. If you want to speak to him, though, I would do so quickly. Some of the local Puritans are accusing the man of witchcraft and are threatening to hang him.
It sounds
Um,
like witchcraft.
you say you want this thing alive. How much are we talking about for the capture of it?
If you capture it alive, I would be willing to pay you 10,000 silver pieces. If it is indeed a gorgon, of course. I'm
Of
not
course.
paying that for just any calf, you understand.
So should we bring him a severed one and said that we had to kill it?
Who? I'm sorry?
The gentleman, gals, should we bring him
I
like a
don't
dead one?
I don't care
And
what you do with Giles. I don't think he's long for this world anyway.
well, he will look at the rest of everybody. Boys, are you fine with that?
What
Let
to
me
chase
ask you some
after a
questions,
mythical
sir.
creature sounds crazy.
Mister, may I ask you some questions about this calf?
Thomas, you can call me Thomas.
Okay, Mr. Thomas, give me some ideas on how we would capture this thing. How could we hold it if it causes fire? Give me the information you know about this creature, and then we can make an intelligent decision on whether we could do it or not.
You've never heard of a gorgon before?
No, uh, no, I haven't.
Sounds like demonic stuff to me.
Well, a gorgon is a bull-like creature. This one, I believe, may be a a young gorgon, of course, since it was a calf. It's when they grow um, fully, they grow scales made of metal, and it is said that some can breathe fire, others breathe some kind of gas that paralyzes any who inhale it.
This is some kind of tall tale or
Based on the events of last night, I would assume this to be of the fire-breathing variety.
Would Ariana have heard of a Gorgon before?
Probably, sure.
Yeah, yeah,
There's lots of different legends about gorgons.
yeah. She
Um,
would keep it
so
to herself anyway. She's kind of amused about them being so out of the loop.
if
you
I
sure you
recall
don't know some
correctly,
arsons?
didn't in some wasn't the Medusa's name Gorgon or something like that? I can't remember. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
yes,
yeah.
yeah,
She's part of the family of Gorgons. Yeah.
yeah.
Right,
You could get different, and they're all part of the same
right.
family of
I mean, I
mythic.
mentioned vampires the other day, and y'all said I was crazy. And now y'all believing in gorgons?
I just want to know how we're going to keep from getting our asses burned off by this cow if we can't
I
get
don't believe
something.
cows start fires. I believe people do.
Well, if
All
it
I
does,
believe
then
is that if we can capture this thing and tie it up, we can get paid, and that's all I care about.
As thrilling as this conversation is, I've told you everything I know. If you're able to capture the creature, I will be staying here in Boston for the next probably week or two. Uh, let's just make it 2 weeks.
Well, you know about strange things. Let me ask you a question, sir. Do you know a man named Uravalon?
Yes,
Really?
yes,
What
I
do you
do.
know about?
Hmm?
What do you know about him?
He's very wealthy, very powerful. Um, I believe he practices in some magical arts.
Witchcraft.
To some,
What's his last name?
I don't know his last name. It's just a Ravelon. I believe he was an adventurer like yourselves at one point in
Live
time.
here in Boston?
He lives in England. I don't know where.
Well, how do you know of him?
Oh, he's been through Frampton before. I've met with him.
Interesting.
We share some similar interests.
Like witchcraft?
Well, like magic in general.
What yeah, witchcraft.
Ah, you must be new at this. So close-minded.
I mean, that's what the church calls it.
Indeed.
Ariana has a little giggle under her breath.
Well, if
I've
you
seen a lot. I've seen some strange shit in my day, and it was all evil. Magic
So we get paid for to kill
no
evil
good.
things.
Leads to no good.
well, perhaps this is the wrong house after all. I apologize for wasting your time.
No, I think these men will take it, sir.
If we find your fire-breathing cow, we'll take the 10,000. But I ain't making no promises.
Gentlemen, I do believe that you should deafen. Rupert, you are one for it at the minute, but I do believe you should. I know I'm new to you, but I feel like you should take this. It sounds like an opportunity.
Do you want us to take it, Ariana? If that's what you wish,
Well, it's an
if it's
opportunity
important to
to.
you, more important than going to visit your father's grave.
Well, I would like to do that first. It can't be too out of the way.
Whatever you want to do, madam.
Hey, I just think it's a. If this man is telling the truth about some magical bull thing, it
If
might be good to open your minds a little bit.
magic interests you, does it? A great deal.
Uh, it has affected my family in bad ways,
I
should I
told
say.
you. I told you.
Yeah,
Mark my words. I mean,
I
I don't
am.
judge. I don't judge,
I
but
am
mark
not
my
a
words.
witch, if that
It'll
is
lead
what
to
you are
no
trying to
good.
get at.
It'll lead to no good. But whatever you want to do, I'll take you. I promised you my protection.
I just no, I don't mind. I just think you guys could do with the money, and it seems like easy money. Surely you are brave, adventurous, and you could take on any job. That's how you came across to me.
It sounds crazy to me, but sure, let's go. I'm up for whatever.
Plus, you might be able to intrigue more women at certain places with tales of taking down a big metal bull thing
I
or
don't know.
whatever.
I might have given up on women. I've got eyes for only one now.
Uh, well,
I'm just telling you that to make you feel better.
yeah, she would probably get them. She's been around many men who try certain things. So,
So my charms aren't working on you. Should I tone it down a notch?
well, yes, sir, they will take your job.
Yes, we'll take your job, as the woman says. Sounds crazy, but you guys are all in agreement.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
down. I mean, the pay is good. So.
sounds like a fun fight.
Okay. So what are you guys going to do then?
Gear up.
Simon's gonna go buy a few things for this trip.
This is really weird. I need to look something up on Google Maps.
What are you looking for, Ian?
I want to figure out the distance from Boston to Frampton.
It's not that far.
No, I know that, but because I have, why the fuck is this not working? There we go. Because I have a PDF and a print copy of this, but my PDF has totally different maps from what's in my print copy.
Hmm.
It's weird. So
I
looking at
in
this,
real life, it's usually like a 40-minute drive, I think,
so
maybe even less.
that's more or less okay. Okay. No, I'm trying to figure out distances. So I am going to go then with the distances in the book, not what's in the PDF, because the PDF is different. Okay. So yeah, it's about 4.5 miles, maybe about 4 miles anyway, to Frampton.
Yeah, it's not far.
I say it's like no, it's short. It takes like I think it's like a 10-minute drive or something in real life.
Yeah, it says 8 minutes on here.
Oh Jesus,
hmm
yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I used to go to the marsh, Frampton Marsh all the time when I was younger. So.
Hmm. Okay. So you guys taking horses or whatever? Just taking your mounts
Yep.
or yeah?
Yep, I got my horse.
Oh,
I got
weather.
her.
Weather. Merrick, roll a
Uh,
d4 for me.
we will stop in
Oop, oh,
non-spec on the way.
there it is.
I had a question when you have a chance.
Yeah.
E4,
Mm-hmm.
3.
Okay. And roll a d4 for me, Jose.
3.
3. Okay, so the weather is the same. It's hot. It's pretty dry. Yeah. And let me just roll d4 here.
Is that
Okay,
guy
yeah.
still at our house where we were talking, or did he
No,
leave?
he left. He left
Where
after Ariana said that you guys would take the job, basically.
where could I find like a sheet of metal,
Smithy, maybe? What kind of sheet of metal?
like a 6 foot by 3 foot metal?
You want a customized job. You'd have to get that from a craftsman, a smith of some sort. It would take time, cost money.
Uh, it- do they still sell long shields, or is it or out of popularity?
I'd imagine you could, yeah.
And they're
I'm
made
trying
of
to think.
metal,
Did
or
they
they're
did
made
they
of
use?
wood? That's what I wanted. I think they used wood, and then they had metal braces on them, so that wouldn't do any good.
Usually, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't help. Never mind. Trying to find some kind of defense against fire.
I was curious. Do they have like duck muscles at this time, or like horse muscles or anything like that,
Horse muscles?
or dog muscles, whichever?
What are you talking about?
Something
Muscles?
that I could put on a
Oh,
cow. So
muzzles.
Muzzle.
yeah, muscles.
Um, I mean, they have bits and bridles or whatever for horses and stuff. Sure, I'm sure they'd.
Okay, because I wanted to grab that. I want to grab a man catcher, and I want to grab some rope.
Okay. Okay, so you're buying stuff. Pull out the book. So you want a man catcher, you want some rope. The rope is 3 silver pieces for 50-foot length. Um, Man catcher, that is an encumbering item, of course. Man catcher is an oversized item, and it costs 20 silver pieces. It's an oversized item, like a great weapon or whatever.
Okay. And how much was the muzzle?
Oh, let me check something out here. So you get one for 5 silver.
I'll grab two just in case.
Okay.
I have a question. What is Rupert's intelligence and what is Samuel's intelligence? I know Thaddeus is supposed. You'd already told me he's kind of a dull
He's
guy.
kind of dumb.
Mhm.
So what are they?
Still charming, but dumb.
Simon's intelligence is 11.
So he's average, high average. What about Rupert? You're muted if you're talking, Mark. Okay, maybe Mark stepped away.
That's all right. It's not that important. I'll talk to I'll talk to Samuel then. I'm gonna take him aside and tell him. Isn't it kind of strange? We've had somebody that we don't know be sent here, which she seems okay, but now this other guy shows up. Do you think maybe they're trying to get us out of this house where they can get a hold of our stuff? I'm telling him quietly off to the side where nobody could hear it, you know.
But
So
I didn't really think of that. That's not a bad idea. What do you say if I give you some money and you find somewhere else where we can store this and maybe we can hide it before we leave?
yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. I'll go out
Alright,
and start looking for that then, yeah.
I'll give them like, I don't know, like 15 or 20 gold. That should be enough, I would think.
Okay.
That's
Let's
way
don't
more
tell.
than enough. 15 or 20 gold.
Yeah,
Jesus
So,
that's
Christ.
oh yeah,
I'll
that ought to help. Yeah. No.
let's just keep this between us.
Yeah, and
And
that when we
whenever you find something, I'll help you move it. We won't tell
yeah,
anybody until after we finish this.
yeah, yeah, because we don't want the new girl here to know because we don't know what she's trying to do. So yeah, we'll do that. We just gotta get everybody
Right? Sounds
out
like
of
a
the
plan.
house. Okay.
You
All right,
know,
I'll go look for it.
you're pretty smart. Just make sure
Well,
you don't get yourself killed, and you're gonna get places.
yeah, I'll try. I just hey, when you have to grow up when you're 4 years old, you become smart. Okay, I'll find us a place and I'll come back and let you know. So that's what he's going to do. He's just going to go, you know, looking for a place that's cheap and
Okay.
kind of secure.
Yeah, how big does it need to be? Like, what are you trying to store?
Just that the stuff we got underneath the floor, or wherever we have it.
Oh, all your treasure and stuff,
Yeah,
yeah.
the treasure stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Curse stuff.
And you want something secure, huh? So you're probably
Well,
looking to get
just
the space in a warehouse. There's plenty of those in Boston.
yeah, anything like that we could do and get it in
Let's
there
see.
inconspicuous.
For how long?
Just get a
Uh,
safe or something.
what's that?
Buy a safe.
Oh, well, I don't know if that some of that's I don't know. Maybe it's up to you guys, but We gotta do
I don't
something.
want
Well,
to.
I mean, we have a safe because we got rid of the painting, so all we need really is a place to store the safe.
You have a safe?
Yeah, because we remember we had the safe full of all the items that were.
It wasn't a safe. It was in a chest.
Oh well, that's what I meant. My bad. A
Put a
chest.
lock on it and leave it at the
Yeah.
apartment. It'll be
Well,
fine.
that's why he's trying to get it out of the
You're
apartment just
not
in case
there,
something happens.
Rupert.
Where am I?
I don't know. You
Yeah,
weren't
you just gotta
responding,
find
so
like a space where we can put the chest in because the chest should be easy to transfer.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I'll just go rent a little space in a secure warehouse, and
okay. For
shouldn't
what?
cost
For a
me.
month?
Yeah.
Just supposed to place 30 silver pieces.
Okay. And I'll go back and I'll tell Samuel.
All right, I think before we leave, he'll help him take the chest of the cart, and then he can go to to put it in there. And then if anybody asks, he was getting something to either for the trip or something, and I'll tell him to get some rations.
Okay. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Well, they're doing all that. I'll be sitting at the table at our hangout, taking apart all of my guns, cleaning everything,
Okay.
putting it all together better, checking all my weapons, humming a jaunty little tune the whole time,
Cool.
completely ignoring everybody else.
So, what kind of weapons do you? Or what are all your weapons?
I have a musket.
Ooh.
I have a brace of pistols.
Okay.
I have a dagger
Mhm.
and a sword.
Okay. Cool.
And I have a 12 apostles, so I make sure those are all cleaned up and ready to go,
Cool.
or filled up and ready to go. I got a powder horn and a spare powder horn too.
Good. 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 Rupert, what do you want to do?
I thought we were getting ready to head out, so I'm
Yeah,
just
that's what they're doing. They're preparing.
I got all my armor and crap on, all my weapons.
Okay. Cool. Ariana?
She would have. I guess she would have spent time preparing her like spells for the day. I guess.
In
That's what
front
she'd
of
have done.
everybody, yeah?
No, not in front of. She would.
Well, you don't have any
Oh
privacy.
no. Yeah, she has no
Wait,
friends. No, she wouldn't do it. No, she would not do it. Then.
Okay.
She would go without spells.
do your little religious thing in the corner over there. We won't watch you.
No, no, I don't like. I don't like praying in front of other people. So.
Okay. Roy, what else are you buying? What are you buying besides renting that space? So that was 30
Samuel
silver
wanted,
for that.
yeah, he wanted rations.
How many rations do you want to buy?
Well, I think it's probably a couple of weeks worth for, what is it, 4 of us or 5 of us? It's going. Four?
Okay.
4 of us, yeah.
A couple weeks is pretty extravagant for a 2.5 mile journey, but
No. I don't know. That's what I thought he said. We were going to be gone
Yeah,
for a while.
she has
okay.
persuaded them to get a non-spec as well.
Are you getting
That's-
iron rations or standard rations?
Standard.
Standard rations, okay. And for 5 people, by 14, 5, 50, 70. So you get 70 days worth of rations for 70 silver pieces.
Okay. So we got a total of how much due right now? 70, and what was the other one? It was
30, so it's 100 so
30,
far you've
so it's
spent. Yep.
100. Okay.
That's 2 gold
All right.
pieces.
Okay. All righty, then he'll head back home.
Okay, cool. So be probably by the time you get all that sorted, it'd be like midday. You guys ready to ride out? It's a hot day, no rain in sight. So it's out here. I mean, most of
Is
the
it
area.
my internet or is it someone else's? Is it getting...
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
Yeah,
getting
I thought
a
it
lot
was
of lag.
mine. I don't see
Yeah,
him moving.
I think it's you, Ian.
Yeah.
yeah, it's mine. It does this every fucking time. every time I play.
But frozen.
Yeah, Ian's frozen.
Am I still frozen? Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, it's still messed up.
Well, that was weird.
Welcome back.
Did you guys hear me okay?
Oh, that sounds great.
Guess so.
That's weird. I didn't even leave the chat. Or, I mean, I didn't intentionally, but my Zoom just closed itself and then rebooted itself, restarted itself.
Huh.
Okay. Weird. So what did you hear?
Um,
What did
don't
I
remember.
the last thing I said clearly? None of you were
Were you
listening to me, you
talking
sons of
about
bitches.
weather?
yeah, weather, I think.
I think you're getting ready to start talking about weather.
You're about
Okay.
to head out, or
Yeah, you guys
And
right
was-
out. It's hot and
And
dry,
then, yeah.
yeah, that was it.
despite the fact that, you're in the kind of marshlands and fenlands and stuff. It says here,
Question:
sorry, go ahead.
Did we take the cart, gentlemen?
Well, it's
No.
your cart, right? You don't ride a you ride a pony with a cart because you don't like to ride horses.
You know, I just think we got the cart because we needed it to haul stuff. So
I thought you liked the cart.
Hey, we might have to haul the body of a big ass bull, so
that's
we
fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
mine
drive the
does also
cart.
take-
Yeah.
when in doubt, always listen to the boy because the boy's got some good ideas.
Mm,
Roy the boy, Sam the man, and Thaddeus the roach.
mm.
We
Hey,
got to